Coach McCaffrey was talking about how the film review that you guys had was a little longer than usual. Just from your perspective, having to sit through that meeting, what was that like?
I mean, obviously a lot of mistakes was corrected. The score of the game tells you that we wasn't doing a couple things right. What was interesting was that we was actually pretty close in the first half. Really played them even in the first half. You know, I never really been in a game where it was kind of, you know, two extremes like that. So we was sticking with them, and there was good stuff in it, but it was just a lot of stuff that needed to be addressed, and there wasn't so much technicalities as just showing us where our effort was lacking. And just if you don't play hard with intensity, how you can't win, especially on the road against the #2 team in the country.
How are your ankles? Both ankles, I guess, now.
I've been doing pretty good. You know what I mean? Obviously, I've injured them a couple times, but I've been rehabbing them, and, you know, you got to play through injuries, and that's what it is. So I'm not letting it hold me back. I've been practicing pretty well. I've been practiced today. That's the only way to get stronger is if you push it. And, you know, it's a little bit of discomfort, but no big deal, really.
So right now, is there a sense of urgency to not only play well but to win, or is that too extreme right now this early in the season?
Honestly, you should feel like that every game because, you know, at the end of the year, our win total is just so important. We learned that last year. You know, a couple more wins and it could have been a different outcome. Each game could swing you a different way. So, and we're just in such a good conference that, you know, you never really have time to look back on what you missed because you have a great opportunity the next game. So really that's every game. It's no particular game you should feel, you know, more, especially in conference. Every team is just really good, you know, 1 through 12 or how many teams in the conference. So
was it a question of mental toughness once they got on a run that you couldn't slow them down defensively?
Yeah, obviously that was mental toughness and not being in our stance and locking in defensively, and, you know, then we let it get out of hand when we had the game. You know, we had the upper hand on them for a while, and then that just quick burst at the end of the half, which was tough, which, you know, you can't be disappointed in that. Coach wasn't really mad that we gave up the burst. He just didn't like that we didn't respond to the burst and, you know, that we didn't manage it. You know, teams go on runs, they're the #2 team. He understands they're going to go on runs, but we had to give up 11. It could have been 7, could have been 9. Somebody could have, you know, slowed us down, settled us down, let us get a stop. And, you know, you know, the way we want to be beat is if somebody's going to beat you, you know, make them work for it. And it was kind of just some lapses that just made it too easy for that good of a team, and that's what he addressed.
So he was more upset with your guys' effort than anything, not performance or execution. It was more of an effort thing?
That ties into the effort thing, but it was just that, you know, like I said, he doesn't expect us to blow them out by 50 points. I mean, that would be nice, but he knows they're the #2 team, so he wasn't yelling at us that stuff was happening, but just how long do you let stuff happen? How do you manage the game? And the fact that we were good enough to compete with them, we were good enough to win that game, and he wanted us to understand that. Like, that's why he was disappointed, because we didn't play to the, really what I'm saying, if we would have lost and played to the best of our ability, he can understand that. But he thought we played far from the best of our ability, and, you know, we let a team get a win, and we didn't put up enough of a fight.
Last year you